The Arctic monster, an immense alien-like beast adorned with massive tentacles wrapping around its stomach and even larger ones spiraling from its head, stood as a towering SSS-Rank menace. With twin horns curving down along its jaw, this creature rendered humans insignificant, like ants at its feet. Its arrival in Russia's Arctic region annihilated the Russian base in a single step. Unprepared for the gate and its monstrous invaders, the Russian government deployed its full military force but failed to subdue the creature. In desperation, they exhausted half of their nuclear arsenal against it, yet with no mana-based power, the assault was ineffective. The resulting radioactive fallout transformed northern Russia into a contaminated, monster-infested wasteland, driving the nation to declare war on America in an attempt to recover funds. In Sadimir Razana's Grand Hall, Taesu confidently offered to defeat the Arctic monster. The Russian queen sneered at him, mocking his audacity as a mere Korean S-ranked hunter, daring to claim he could take on such a foe. With a gesture, she intensified gravity, pressing him and his companion down, cracking the ground beneath. Despite the crushing force, Taesu managed to push against it, claiming that he alone could defeat the beast. Skeptical, Sadimir questioned his ability to withstand the high levels of radioactivity, yet Taesu simply absorbed the gravity surrounding him. Surprised and intrigued by his mana manipulation, the queen agreed to his proposal, promising him half of the monster's mana stones if he succeeded. Taesu accepted and departed to face the creature, leaving his companion behind with the queen. Meanwhile, Stephen Lucas, America's notorious SSS-ranked hunter, continued his relentless assault on Kang, seeking to erase him entirely. With a sorrowful yet sinister determination, Stephen declared his intent to kill, unleashing a radiant, lethal light that disintegrated Kang's body piece by piece, until only an eyeball remained. A final blast sent the eye rolling behind a wall, allowing Kang a momentary escape as he rapidly regenerated. Catching his breath, Kang's mind raced. Realizing he could not withstand Stephen's overwhelming power, he peered around the corner, only to find his pursuer gone, leaving him uncertain and desperate. Suddenly, before he could plan an escape, Stephen Lucas reappeared behind him in an angelic yet deadly form with dark, powerful wings. Kang, turning just in time, managed to drive a bone sword through Lucas's head. Yet, even with black tears streaming down his face, Lucas gripped Kang in a lethal embrace. Stephen's arms pierced through the exoskeleton spikes on Kang's back as if unaffected, squeezing with a strength so intense that the veins on his forearms coiled like serpents. Cracks of purple energy illuminating the monstrous struggle as Stephen's power began disintegrating Kang's body. Fighting to survive, Kang clawed and stabbed Lucas with all his might, yet could barely move against the suffocating hold. Stephen, unfazed by Kang's resistance, taunted him, daring him to inflict all the harm he could muster. He told Kang that his regeneration couldn't be limitless. As Kang's eye attempted to escape, a force pulled him back into Stephen's grasp, forcing his body to regenerate once again. Stephen coldly declared that he would continue killing him without agony. Kang, trapped in a cycle of death and regeneration, swore in frustration. In the struggle, pictures of Kang's past resurfaced, particularly the time he was humiliated by Taesu in school. His ability, Exoskeleton Manifestation, allowed him to cover his skin with a protective shell, but it came with unbearable pain. Every moment was excruciating, yet he endured, driven by thoughts of revenge and hope. However, Lucas' instant death attack, which triggered rapid regeneration, easily surpassed all the pain he had ever experienced. Each time Kang was blasted, he was forced to regenerate repeatedly, and the agony never lessened. As Kang's suffering continued, his thoughts drifted to the day he first encountered Taesu at the Awakened Specialization High School. While watching a video of Lucas, a hunter Kang respected, Taesu mocked him, calling his exoskeleton manifestation disgusting and flipping him onto the ground. The memory of that moment still haunted Kang in the present. Amid his pain, Kang questioned why he had to endure so much suffering. Images of his failed revenge, his torment in the Blood Gate, and the deaths of those he cared about flooded his mind. A voice from his past, a younger version of himself, suggested that if they continued to live, more innocent people would die. Yet, even if they perished, the survival of Kang's mother would be enough. But Kang refused. With a twisted grin and a defiant gesture, he raises a middle finger at the taunting voice in his head. Regenerating faster than ever, his eyes burn red with mana, surrounded by a blood-colored aura. Above him, several open blood gates empower him further as energy courses through his body. Fueled by rage, Kang loosens the grip of his former hero, and with Bloodgate energy strengthening his regeneration, he unleashes a devastating blow. Blood drips onto the asphalt as Lucas, standing beneath the stars, is left severely wounded. His angelic purple-winged form has vanished. and a gaping hole in his stomach bleeds profusely. Lucas looks at the blood on his hands in disbelief, realizing that his own limits have been surpassed, not Kang's. A drone capturing the scene broadcasted the showdown to audiences far away, including a young boy watching from America. The boy, gripping a cross that matched his hair, whispered a single word, "Dad." At the Korean Hunter Association building, chaos loomed as the shield protecting the structure had been destroyed, and the top part of the building was on the verge of collapse. In the underground bunker beneath, Sim Jae-in worked tirelessly, once again healing Kang's mother. Her assistant, noticing the toll the healing was taking on her, approached in a state of panic. The assistant, alarmed by Sim Jae-in's deteriorating condition, voiced concerns, noting the dark veins forming on her hands and the blood pouring from her face. As her condition worsened, her cheeks swelled, and she collapsed, coughing up a pool of blood. In a frantic attempt to help, the assistant yelled out, calling for the president, ensuring that she didn't choke on her own blood by slightly raising her head to the side. Sim Jae-in, despite her suffering, softly stated that the treatment was complete. Kang's mother, lying in the bed in a weakened, starved state, slowly opened her eyes, her brown pupils gazing blankly at the ceiling. Well, that's it for this intense chapter. If you're liking the story and want more, don't forget to like and subscribe to my channel. See you in the next one.